Ariel and I have long suspected that it will be very difficult for the entire soul group to graduate from this experiment, and this is for several reasons. There are, unfortunately, a few strong indicators that point in that direction. In various ways, many people within the alternative movement are working hard to wake up the entire humankind. They are aware that they are working upstream, but they are not giving up. Some also taking the 100th monkey syndrome into consideration. Still, for the 100th monkey syndrome to kick in, we need about 210 million people waking up, if we consider a world population of 7 billion people. Although we shouldn't see this as impossible, it's still a long shot. It might sound like a pessimistic statement, but as always, we need to look at the situation soberly. The question is this: is humanity in general growing in consciousness and awareness, or are we, as a species, devolving? People are waking up every day, but how much difference does it make in the overall human mass consciousness? At the same time people are waking up, we see more and more narcissistic tendencies in the population in general, and psychologists and life coaches point out that we have had an increase in narcissism worldwide over the last few decades alone. Why is this? One possibility is, of course, that the overlords are sending down more narcissists on the planet to match the growing world population. And we're quite confident that this is happening. But why is the general population acting more and more narcissistic without necessarily being clinical narcissists? One answer to this is, as we know, social media. See description box below for excellent evidence from the horse's mouth, where high former Facebook executives reveal the truth of their agenda. The overlords knew what they were doing when they created Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, etc. They know the human mind so well, and they could foresee what would happen. Particularly, but far from exclusively, young people expose themselves on social media, trying to present themselves in ways so they can get admiration. Most people in the world carry childhood trauma with them through adolescence and adulthood. Many feel that they are not good enough, and therefore they try to find admiration and appraisal on social media. However, the competition is gruesome, and to compete with others, more and more drastic measures are taken to get attention. Everybody is starving for more likes and subscriptions, so they can feed their egos and feel worthy. When this happens, they feel on top of the world, until some trolls or jealous Facebook friends post something nasty. Then people are sinking even deeper into worthlessness again, and so it goes, up and down, to the point when social media becomes so addictive that people's entire emotional life, and life in general for that matter, circle around getting appraisal. As we know, there are those who get slammed on social media and commit suicide, no longer able to handle the stress that it entails. People become more and more selfish, self-centered, and narcissistic. This is part of the problem, but it doesn't explain everything. Social media is just a tool for a much greater agenda, albeit it's a very useful tool because it brings people down to a much lower vibration. Social media is introduced to prepare the population for the singularity, which is under completion, because Dr. Ray Kurzweil and other singularity enthusiasts say that the singularity will be in place by 2045. It just means that 2045 is when everything is supposed to be completely up and running. In fact, we are already well into the singularity, and people don't even notice because it's gradual. In my singularity book, see the description box below this video for free download. I wrote extensively about CERN and what is going on there. I mentioned, among many other things, that the CERN scientists are opening portals to other densities and dimensions to let the AIF into our density. See description box for CERN reference. Now, consider the following hypothesis. At CERN, they are not only opening portals to other dimensions and densities, they are also deliberately lowering the frequency of the entire Earth matrix to slowly but surely match the frequency band where the overlords dwell, which is a frequency band lower than ours. It's not that the overlords are entering our reality, which they can't. We are entering theirs. Welcome to the Machine Kingdom. Depending on how close we are to their dimension or density, humanity and the AIF will soon be able to commingle in their reality, where they can be who they are without having to take human bodies or form for the purpose of physically interact with humans. It is our perception that our reality is currently very close to theirs, maybe even close enough for them to interact. We are moving toward an inorganic realm, where everything that's biological will cease to exist. The scary part is that humanity will not notice the difference when it comes to their environment because the changes happen in the nano world. Therefore, the internet, iPhones and social media, including discussion forums and YouTube, etc., adding to this advanced technology in general, plays such an important role in the process. The overlords need us humans to lower our own frequencies in harmony with the frequency decrease that's taking place around them, thanks to CERN. If people become more and more narcissistic in the process by engaging in technology, so much better for the AIF. It speeds up the process, and they can more quickly decrease the frequency band with their CERN technology. It needs to be done incrementally, so people don't notice. And thus far, it's been successful. If this hypothesis is even remotely correct, the human soul group is not growing spiritually. We are descending, not ascending. Only those who see through the agenda and can keep their vibration high enough can resist this change. The rest of humanity can't, and they don't even know it. This is also why we're stressing that we need to work on ourselves and heal as much as we can to keep ourselves in high spirit. We need to know their agenda so we don't accidentally fall for their manipulative manner. It's so easily done. I think we all agree, too, that lots of strange things are happening right now. About 50% of the world is in a state of emergency because of starvation, drought, volcano eruptions, earthquakes, flooding, and heat waves. This is alarming. On top of that, strange phenomena are happening all over the world, and people, including Ariel and I, see strange aerial phenomena that are difficult to explain away. Something very strange is about to happen. It feels like this current matrix is falling apart, and if our perceptions are correct, it could mean one of two things, as we see it. 1. We are moving toward a lower frequency realm. Or 2. This experiment is about to be terminated by the Queen, and she is about to retract her life force from planet Gaia. Maybe it's both. Visitors to this channel are probably aware of the Mandela effect, which I personally have no doubt is happening mainly because of CERN and their experiments. Stephen Hawking warned us that if CERN continues with their experiments, it will be the end of this universe, and in a sense I believe he was correct. Many believe that the reason for the Mandela effect is because we are shifting timelines, or other timelines are suddenly bleeding through. I think it's both. Out-of-body experiencers, Ryan Cropper, says that during an OBE in which he was supposed to figure out if the Earth is flat or round, he concluded it is round, by the way, he saw 8 Earths when he traveled to a location above the planet. They were all close together, contained in a giant cube, and if these planets were in a as if these planets were in a frequency prism. Moreover, our own Earth was very close to a parallel Earth, and if they were in the process of merging or colliding. Did he witness an energy transfer between our own world and another Earth in a lower frequency band? Who knows? More people, such as Derek Brose, former leader of the group Anonymous, says something quite similar, in addition to many other researchers and mediums out there. Whatever the truth might be, we can see with our own eyes that things are not normal. And Ariel and I intuitively and energetically feel that people's vibrations and the vibration of the entire planet are changing. The human soul group seems to be devolving, and CERN has a major role in this. The overlords give us the technology to usher in the singularity, and human scientists are quick to implement it. As the saying goes, when it comes to the Anunnaki/AIF, build it and they will come. Maybe it should be, we build it, then we come. What do you, the visitor, think about the current situation? Have you noticed an increase in weird phenomena in your home environment and across the world in general? If so, please share.